Good evening. This is Marlene Earth, Executive Director of Sharing Stories. Thank you for watching this evening. This is a show where we bring community leaders to you and let them talk about what they're doing to make a difference in our communities. Tonight, you're in for a treat. This evening, we're going to be speaking with Tesha Wallace. Tesha Wallace, phenomenal woman, 43-year-old single mother of 4 children. Oh my goodness. Brittany, 26, Tesha, 22, Akeem, 19, and Sherman, 15. And this woman is doing some amazing things in our community. She's going to talk more with you about it. And we're also interviewing Cheauvon Brown. Cheauvon Brown, another amazing, phenomenal woman who was formerly incarcerated. Looking at her, did you think that? No, beautiful as she is, she's going to talk about the work she's doing as the Executive Director and founder of Golden Blessings Ministries. Ladies, welcome to Sharing Stories.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Tesha, in looking at your bio, some of the things you're doing with the Gabriel Solomon, you talked about the owner and CEO of Positive Music Network.
Gabriel Solomon is
Solomon,
the owner,
okay.
of the Positive Music
Talk
Network.
a little bit about that. What was that about?
Well, the Positive Music Network is an African-American owned media company, TV and internet, and moving to terrestrial radio in 2015 as well as TV.
Okay.
It's based here in Oakland, and we have a gospel and jazz side, as well as we have a positive music, hip hop, R&B, old school neo soul side, and we're doing great things over at the station. And I met him because he was actually a customer of mine through my dessert company, and we just kind of connected. And I shot some ideas in the area in studio at the Light here,
At the Light, okay.
1190 The Light. And he called me a month later and said, I want to roll with some of your ideas. And we've been rolling ever since.
Wow, that sounds great. So, one of the things that I noticed when I'm looking at the bio, he say, she say.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
He Say, She Say is the show that I do there. That's one of the shows. The original concept of the first He Say, She Say, because there's 2 parts, is we talk about the taboo subjects of the church, the subjects that people think and want to talk about, but they don't talk about. And no subject was untouched on that side of He Say, She Say. On the second extended part is He Say, She Say, raw, uncut, and unapologetic. That's more on the social, educational, psychological side, and the healing and the awakening of African American people. And we deal with it, we educate, inspire, and motivate you on that side of the show. You always walk away a little bit better than you came when you tune into that. We have an awesome host on that show.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So when people are watching the show, they can be guaranteed to walk away empowered.
Oh, empowered,
Okay.
enlightened. They're going to walk away looking at themselves in the mirror and looking at their people differently. Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Very deep show.
I'm looking forward to seeing that show. So Cheauvon Brown, mother, single mother, and have a son.
I have
Robert?
a daughter that's 28. My
28,
son is 15. Well, he'll be 15 next month, and I have my oldest grandson will be 9 next month, and the baby Kimani, he's 3.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And so Cheauvon, in the segment of the show, Sharing Stories is more about bringing people to the community and talking about their phenomenal work. And with you coming out from being formerly incarcerated, transitioning back into your community, raising your children, going through domestic violence, just finished the Black Brown Summit. Now you're running your own Golden Blessings Ministry, founder. Now you own a committee for the state. I'm like, wow, my hand is swimming. So it's like, what and how do you do all this?
Hey, it's not me. It's not me. If it was me, I would have probably passed out and rolled over and dipped a long time ago. God gives me strength every day, and He just continues to push me.
And so, in talking more about Golden Blessings, that is such a beautiful name. Golden Blessings. Talk a little bit about that, please.
That was, Golden was our grandmother's name.
That was your grandmother's name?
Yes.
Okay.
My grandmother raised me and nurtured me, and I wouldn't be the woman that I am today without my grandmother. She was a great, mighty woman of faith. During my trials and tribulations of incarceration, you know, it was those days that I wanted to say, you know, just throw in a towel, or I just don't feel like doing this. I can't do this no more. But I remember my grandmother always saying, she was in the back of my head saying, it's all right, you know, it's going to be okay. Right. So that got me through times, you know, other than praying and talking to the Lord. But I knew when I came home, I wanted to do a reentry home. And so I decided to do something and dedicate it to my grandmother, because my grandmother had gave so much back to the community when she was alive in Solano County. So I wanted to do something to dedicate it to my grandmother.
Okay, so, and it's my understanding that next year is your year to launch, correct?
Yes.
And talk about the rollout plan.
I really want to move forward with working with women in the community. Golden Blessings will be a reentry home, an upcoming reentry home for formerly incarcerated women.
Okay.
I also want to reach out in the community to women in the whole. We have a lot of women in our community walking the streets, you know, having hard times, crisis, homeless. I want to help women in the whole, not just formerly incarcerated women. We're moving forward with weekly support groups every Thursdays at the Will of God Christian Center, which is my church, for women to come in who are going through issues, crisis. If we can offer resources, I want to be able to assist that way. And February the 20th, we're launching Golden Blessings Ministries Women's Empowerment Explosion Movement. Okay. It's going to be a ministry for women just to come together from all different counties, churches, organizations, and just come together to praise and worship. Okay. There will be no platform, you know, no entitlements, no titles. Everybody is welcome to get up on the podium and spread their wings. You know, a lot of women, people, they get people have gifts. And, you know, I want to be able to help people stir up their gifts and get their gifts out. Some people get intimidated when they see, people with those titles, entitlements behind them. But, you know, they're no better than anybody else. So I want women to be able to feel free to spread their wings and minister and spread the gospel as well.
And that's what God wants.
Exactly.
And a lot of times He uses people to help those people tap into those hidden gifts that are down dormant.
Amen.
So Keisha, Tesha, I am so honored that you women are here tonight, because the work that you're doing with radio, and now you want to start your own TV show, and you want to start your own TV show. So I want you to talk about what it is you want to do on TV.
Well, I also am the founder and president of BANCAO.
Okay.
And that's a nonprofit organization, Black African National Action Community Organization, based here out of Oakland.
Okay, love it.
And our mission through BANCAO is to use a community building approach in order to bring together the community and focus on supporting the lives of Black African Americans and other marginalized groups, with the purpose of improving the quality of life in the areas of education, mental health, nutrition, criminal justice, employment, and as I said before, nutrition, and I work as well with Cheauvon on Golden Blessing Ministries. I'm also on the board of the Black and Brown State Summit as well. Right. We work a lot hand in hand together. And with that, I have, BANCAO has a platform on the radio. We're blessed to be able to spread our word internationally on our radio shows. And I want to take it to a visual because I just really believe that that we can really, it's our responsibility to awake the people and give them a platform that they need to learn and be educated and be more involved within their communities. As I said before, it's just not about African American people, it's about all marginalized, black and brown.
Yes.
The name of the show that I would like to bring is Positive African Vibrations.
Okay.
It'll be 3 other board members of BANCAO who share a platform at the radio station with me.
All right.
Dr. Kweku, Timba Masamba, and we have one other position that we'll be filling with someone else.
Okay.
And we're actually going to deal with the African, deal with the negative that African Americans are dealing with, because right now, we are dealing with so much negative with the whole Michael Brown concept and everything going on. But we're going to bring balance with an act, with a balance of the act with positivity.
Okay.
Speaking to different people in the community who are doing positive things.
Wonderful.
Let me see. We're dealing with everyone from college professors to psychologists. We'll be dealing with quite a few topics and subjects that, like I said before, will educate, inspire, and motivate and awake you. And my thing is, really right now, we need our people to be accountable.
Yes.
And we need to stop being a selfie environment. We're such a selfie environment, in the moment. And then we put this front up, as they say, on that selfie picture and with that smile. But we're really hurting and aching on the inside and are very clueless on how to change what needs to be changed in order to grow into what God would have us to grow into and to help others.
Yes.
We need to be more of I'm my brother's keeper environment. We walk past the man on the curb and think we did something because we throw a quarter in his cup. That's not enough.
Yes.
And we're living in such an environment. If I have mine, you get yours.
Right.
And BANCAO is, and this new show that we're going to be doing, Positive African Vibrations, will touch so many different areas that we'll be talking about and discussing, and you will always walk away better than you came.
And give the viewers an example. What kind of topics?
Good question.
What kind of topics?
Let me give you an example of what we have coming up, in the community right now, to show you how we're working. I just guess I kind of turned that around a little bit. This Saturday, we're going to do the Toy for Tot and Turkey and grocery giveaway to the community. We'll be feeding 250 families that need help and assistance. And we have 250, maybe more people who have signed up, and we put this together in a 2-month period.
Wow.
We are a nonprofit, but we do not have any monies from anywhere else. We're not funded by anyone. Everything that we are offering the people are by donation of other organizations who are stepping up behind us.
Okay.
On the 27th, we're going to have an event at the Black African Art Alliance, 2277 International Boulevard. It's going to be an open community forum. It's called the African American, the Invisible Citizen. We have people speaking such as the Oscar Grant Camp, his uncle, and Kate. The Bruford family. We'll have great African American poets. We're going to open up with an African traditional prayer. There will be open mic for the community to come up and tell us what it is that they need. But this is BANCAO's introduction to the public to let them know we're here for you, and someone's here for you.
That is, we're going to do, I think, the first show in January.
Yeah, we were looking at January 31st.
Okay. Now, Cheauvon.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what you want to do, show-wise.
Originally, I had said I wanted when doing a ministry channel came up, and I was going to name it Beauty from Ashes Discipleship Ministries. But as time has gone by, a couple months, I decided to stick with Golden Blessings. because I feel God is really going to pour into Golden Blessings next year and just move it. And I don't want all those tags, different names. I'm just going to stick with Golden Blessings with whatever I do.
Okay.
Golden Blessings is just about everything about healing, spreading the gospel, deliverance. So it will be people coming on from just different walks of life, pastors, formerly incarcerated people, just everybody, just coming on, just telling their testimonies. You don't never know whose testimony can touch who. So it's just a show for people to come on, just spread the gospel.
Wow. So in last night I was at a community event with community and elected officials having a dialogue regarding Ferguson and what's happening in our communities. A lot of healing needs to take place.
Yes.
And a lot of dialogue needs to come forth.
That's
where
right.
People are able to share what's going on in their heart.
Yes.
And sharing stories is looking to hear more about your shows and being able to bring the face of the community to the community and allow them to speak their heart. As we know, when an individual is able to open up and share what's in their heart, that's where healing can begin.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay? It's not about pointing fingers. It's not about he say, she say, and you did this to me, and I'm going to get you because you did this to me. It's all about what can we do to bring restorative justice.
That's
Amen.
right.
Okay? And I know, Ms. Brown, you have a lot of background in that area.
Yes.
And you too, Tesha, in bringing to the light what is restorative justice.
Amen.
You talk about that?
Restorative justice, for me, restorative justice is formerly incarcerated people, who society, communities and society feel that are not of value, coming back into the community and giving them a second chance.
Okay.
I use myself as an example. Nobody, if I didn't tell them I was formerly incarcerated, they wouldn't know. With the work that I do, I went to the Women's Policy Institute, work on bills. I work with legislators, different organizations and stuff, and they would never know that I was formerly incarcerated. So it's more people behind me who can be an asset to their communities and to society, working with city officials and legislators, business owners, just to help with the healing process.
Right.
Let us be able to come home and go out and mentor the youth. Work with city officials to find out solutions to crime and issues and stuff like that. So that's what restorative justice is to me. Everybody coming together and working together to make our communities and society better.
And that's what I like about it. Everybody.
Everybody.
That's black, white, Latino, Asian. That's
Everybody.
all the cultures coming together.
If we don't, we're not
Working
going to move.
together.
We're not going to move forward. We have to grow up and mature and work together in solidarity and come out of our little pockets and come together. That's what's wrong now.
Well, with you two women driving that force, with God's help, that can sure enough happen. And then Tesha, give the viewers a definition of restorative justice. Your way.
Well, my definition of restorative justice is most definitely dealing with the reentry.
Okay.
People do need the opportunity to be able to have a chance after doing their time to come home and to restore themselves. They're starting over. And they need that opportunity. Once you do the time for the crime, you've paid your dues.
Right.
And once God forgive you,
That's it.
part of the restoring part is you forgiving yourself. And a lot of people need to be taught how to do that and how to start over and where to begin. I mean, there's a lot of people, as someone was saying on the board where we were at the council, reentry council earlier today, there's people who've been away for 35 years. They come home, they don't know the first thing about putting a resume together or how to dress for an interview or, you know, the etiquette of speaking to someone and sitting upright and being interviewed and answering questions. These are things that need to be taught to these people, to our brothers and sisters, you know, that comes out back into the community and need that. And things need to be in place for them. So many people go right back in, such a quick turnaround because they come home and nothing's in place for them.
Yes.
They don't have the help, nothing's in place. And some counties are more advanced than others. So restorative justice to me is the educating part, healing, you know, being their support. I mean, just to give a hug and support and a listening ear can help contribute towards helping restore someone's life and hope in someone. Restorative to me is the next best thing to hope. And that's where I put it.
Okay, so as we wind down, I want you both to give the viewers one encouraging message. There are a lot of people watching who have just come out, and they need help. They need help. They need to know there's hope, and they need to know they're loved. What would you say? I'm going to start with you, Cheauvon. What could you say to the viewers watching? What could you say that's going to encourage them, that's going to give them hope, allowing them to see God in a new way? Some of them are hanging on right now like, God, where are you? Why is this happening to me? Oh, am I ever going to come out? What could you say to that individual who's watching right now, who needs to know the way, the one who needs to know God? What could you say to them that's going to encourage them to press in and take that walk of faith to realize that God is there walking with them?
I would say, hold on. Hold on. I know how hard it gets. I mean, every day is a struggle for all of us. Hold on and keep the faith. And you would be amazed if you just humble yourself and get on your knees and pray. You would be amazed at what God will do and how your situation will turn around. And people don't understand the power of prayer. Just to acknowledge Him and to ask for help. You know, break that yoke of unwillingness. I think people are so hard on themselves and hurt from the past, and they beat themselves up. They don't want to pray. You know, they just feel like there's no hope, but there's hope. So I would say, hold on, keep your faith, and seek the Lord in prayer.
Seek the Lord in prayer. And then Tesha, one encouraging statement that you can share with the viewers in giving them hope.
I'm going to speak hope not only to my brothers and sisters coming back into our communities, and they are coming back in vast droves right now since the new AB 109.
Yes.
They coming. They coming on. So I'm going to also speak to the single mothers because that's the platform I know the Lord uses me as a vessel and a light to reach back in and pull into the dark and pull them over to the light. And so I'll speak to a mass of an array of folk. Don't give up on yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that because you made a mistake, you have lack of education, you don't have a certain amount of money or come from a certain neighborhood, you've made mistakes, huge mistakes that you're ashamed of. Learn to ask God for forgiveness, because you know once you ask Him, and you mean it from your heart, He immediately gives that to you. The biggest step is to learn how to forgive yourself. And that's why I put together BANCAO to be there for everyone and to let you know that help is on the way. Someone loves you, you know, and you need to learn how to love yourself, forgive others, and move on. Let it go. Whatever you did in the past, let it go and move on. It's season 2. It's season 2. God already went through the pruning season in your life.
Yes.
That's why you was behind those bars. Now it's a season of harvest and restoration. I want you to receive it. I want you to not walk towards it, but walk with it.
Thank you.
And it will. It's there waiting for you. Just reach out and grab it. Call it on God. Ask Him, and you shall receive. And walk with it. It's yours. Look at me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The sharing message for today. Ladies, as we close the show, how do people get in touch with you? Do you have an email? Do you have a hashtag, Twitter?
I could be reached at Golden Blessings Ministries, all one word, at gmail.com.
Okay, then
Or
Tesha, go ahead.
Facebook. I have a Golden Blessings Ministries Facebook page, also there.
All right, people, there you got it. You can follow her now. And Miss Tesha.
And you can email me at BANCAO Organization. That's BANCAORGANIZATION @gmail.net. There's only one O between the BANCAO and organization, and share the O. You can email me there, and as well as I am on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, Tesha Wallace, radio personality, Tesha Trinae, as well as Tesha Trinae Wallace on Facebook. And I use that for these purposes, not for personal purposes. So you can reach me that way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this evening. It's really amazing when we can bring women to the media world and they have substance and richness to empower you and bring their lessons, their stories to the community. We are looking forward to seeing them next month in January as they launch their own shows.
Praise God.
Amen.
And we want to stay tuned for that. So there you have it. If you have a show, something that you want to talk about, a story, contact Sharing Stories at yahoo.com. We want to thank Berkeley Community Media for allowing us to air our show. We want to thank our crew tonight, and most importantly,